Hey guys, we've got news for Global for February 17th of Final Fantasy IV banner with Kane and Rydia. And this week, to discuss it with me, is DarkFlare. So you can introduce yourself, say hello.
Hello, everybody. I'm DarkFlare, and I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy IV.
So we got you for the Kane and the Rydia banner, and a lot of other stuff this week as well. So that's kind of nice.
Yeah, it is.
So it's a Mog event, farming. And before we talk about the event itself, we'll skip straight to the banner. Um, and like usual, Global is doing global things and skipping unit upgrades. This time, we are skipping Rubicant and Barbarisha. If you look right here in the little fine print beneath the Kane and Rydia units, they are being awakened in the future. But in the future is when Medina is being awakened, and it's going on what, 4 months, 6 months? Still waiting for Medina. Where's she at? They said on that banner she'll be awakened to Division's Awakening in the future. We're still between 4 and 6 months, still waiting for Medina. So Barbarisha and Rubicant in the future.
Oh,
So
yeah, they'll probably be a long time.
yeah, this is just this is making me just not enjoy the game anymore. It's like, why I haven't really done anything for the past like week, and other than like the day one Vision World stuff. It's just not fun to play this game anymore because they just treat players like shit constantly, and they skip unit upgrades back to back to back. And here's the same exact thing: they are skipping both the Neo Vision's Awakenings for Final Fantasy IV. Future unknown date, could be next week, could be next month, could be next year. They don't tell you, just in the future, just like Medina. She's in the future too. She's coming, guys. Don't worry. She's coming. It's only been 6 months. She'll be here soon. But she is coming at some point.
Yeah, I know, right? I hate when they miss units. I wanted, like, NVA Barb and whatnot, and Medina, too. But no, they have to skip everything.
Mm-hmm. Same thing I complained about on multiple videos on my channel and other people's channels about the Xenogears. It's the same stupidity. They're just skipping everything other than the brand new Neo Visions. Any kind of unit upgrade or update to all units are just skipped, completely skipped.
Yeah, I know, right? That's pathetic of Gummy Doo-Doo.
It's constant. And that's not the only problem with this banner. So let's talk about the units we are getting, which is Dragoon Kane and Summoner Rydia. Now, before we get into all the rest of the stuff, I'll just mention real briefly, Dragoon Kane, just like Graf, is very powerful. He's very strong, so he is a very powerful unit. Rydia, not so much. Rydia is like an ice version of Terra, which is fine. Terra's fine. It's just Terra is, what, a year and a half old at this point, and Rydia does the same damage as Terra. So, yeah. Good luck with
Oh,
that.
man.
It's
So Kane's the winner of the banner?
absolutely, absolutely. Kane is very strong. He's still strong in current JP, and he gets upgraded in the future based on unit upgrades and stuff. But Goomy being Goomy, we may never get that kind of stuff. And I'm referring to the variance update, I'm referring to the Dragoon jump update, and then I'm referring in the distant future to the just released in JP Dragoon gear update, kind of, with Ricard. Ricard and JP made Dragoons just really more powerful. But that's getting a little off track. Just know that Kane, as he is still strong, but he could get a lot better in the future if we get the unit upgrades. Who freaking knows with Global? We may never get them.
Yeah, who knows? Hopefully he gets upgrades, but Gummy's going downhill really fast.
It's insane. And just so people are clear, Kane doesn't receive any direct unit buffs. He's not getting like any EX skills or anything like that, or any new EX skills. I'm referring to game system updates that just indirectly boost Kane, like the variance change and all that, which we're not getting this week, as it seems. FYI. So we're getting Kane without the Dragoon jump update, without the variance update. So he's actually not going to be all that super great at release. He'll be decent, but he won't be like what people are expecting from Kane based on JP. That would not be the case at the current time. But here's the banner format. It's a step up format. Does this look familiar to you, DarkFlare?
Oh yeah, definitely. It was an old Vision card one from a couple weeks, months ago.
From the Tulian banner. But
Yeah, Tullian.
but of course, Gumi has to only go downhill, not uphill. They made it worse. Notice how the shards have been removed from the banner. Tulian's step up came with 50 unit shards. Not this one. Not this one.
Oh man.
They have taken the shards away. And maybe they put them in the summon shop. Maybe they put them in the summon shop. Nope. There are no shards in the summon shop either. They are removing all sources of shards from the flipping game. None on the shop, none on the summon coin. They did the same thing on Xenogears. They're doing the same thing on Final Fantasy IV. They are just giving the middle finger to players left and right at every opportunity. We're skipping the unit upgrades. We're skipping the New Visions Awakening. They're taking away the shards. The price has been increased. This is $45,000. We had Chow 2 weeks ago. It was $32,000. Then we have the Xenogears. It's $40,000.5. This one for a pity if you do the step up, which you can only do once, by the way. And then you have to keep going, 20,000 more. That's 45,000 for a pity for this. And that's just for one of them. If you want both of them, it's going to cost you, 45,000 for the first one. The next one is 10 times. The next one is 50,000. So it's 50,000 for the second unit, 45,000 for the first. So that's 95,000 lapis if you want to grab both pities. So.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
It's insane. Completely insane. So it's just like this game is just going downhill. Is why I've just not been enjoying it as much recently. I haven't really been playing it. I've been playing it like the bare minimum. I haven't even done anything the entire last week because it's just I go to log in the game. I just get irritated thinking about all the shit they do, and it makes me just not want to play it. It's annoying.
Yeah, yeah, you're not alone there. This game is getting pretty boring with all the prices and whatnot. It's so expensive anymore just to pull one unit.
Yeah, I was looking forward to pulling for Graf, maybe getting him, and then using showcase videos. I enjoy doing unit upgrade showcase videos. I used to do these a lot. I knew you would get upgrades. I'd go and run them through old trials and showcase. And I was looking forward to doing that with Bart's upgrades, and then I could have done some old content with the the enhanced Ellie and that kind of stuff. But I had nothing to do this week because there's no point to play the game because they remove all the content. They took everything away last week, and again they're doing the same thing this week because the price has been jacked up. So this is insanely expensive. So if you want Kane, you better pull out your wallet because it's absurd. And then I have no videos to make about Barbarician and Rubicon because we're skipping all that. So of course that's being skipped. So it's just there's nothing to even do. What is the point of even playing anymore? It's so stupid.
Yeah, exactly. It's no fun anymore if it's just a cash grab game anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's so stupid. But here's Kane.
Yeah,
I know that this is you said this is your favorite series, your favorite Final Fantasy game, and I'm being negative on your. I got you specifically on this video because you love Final Fantasy IV. But I'm not irritated at Final Fantasy IV. I'm irritated at the Brave Exvius in general.
Yeah, no, you're fine. Final Fantasy IV is one of the better Final Fantasies in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I did enjoy it a lot. And here is Holy Dragoon Kane, who is actually from Final Fantasy IV, the After Years. Well, the unit Dragoon Kane is from Final Fantasy IV, but then the Holy Dragoon Kane is his After Years version. Did you actually play the sequel, After Years?
I tried, but I never really beat it.
Oh, am I a bigger fan than you? I did play it. Okay, so
nice.
For those of you that, like DarkFlare, only played the original and have no idea about the sequel, I'll just tell you a brief what's going on. I guess kind of a spoiler, but the game's ancient, so I don't think it really is. So during the sequel, Kane goes to Mount Ordeals, where Cecil got his Paladin Awakening, and Kane got the same thing. Kane upgraded from Dragoon to the Paladin version of a Dragoon. That's why he's now Holy Dragoon Kane, which takes place during the events of After Years. But, yes. Anyway, let's see. And then he's got his... We'll go over the cards in a minute. And also, we kind of completely glossed over it. Once again, we're getting a special vision card on the final last step, which is going to cost... The card will cost $25,000. So if you want just the card, $25,000, get you the card, but you got to keep going if you want the pity for the unit. And the card we'll talk about in a moment. So Kane is a Dragoon. He's a jumper. He's locked to Lightning Element on the base form, and then Holy Element in the shift form. And he is actually locked to these. His jump. It's kind of weird the way it works. His jump is non-elemental, but it auto-imbues you when you jump. So you can't remove the imbue because he's already in the air. So it's basically an element lock jump to light and lightning. Two different forms, two different jumps. His damage is really high. I did my calculations with the Dragoon and the variants update because I kind of figured they would come with Kane, so I did them in advance. I don't have his calculations without either of those updates. So I don't know where he lands on the current global meta. It won't be as good as what I calculated him as, but he's still pretty good. He's a jumper. His STMR is really good for Dragoons. It's heavy armor with jump damage. His TMR is worthless. And then his jump is 2 turns, which is like the really old style jumps like Mazurka and, the really old style jumps. He is not upgraded like they did for Noctis and Arden. So keep that in mind. And then Iridia, base form is an Ice Mage. Shift form is an Ice Evoker. Like I said, extremely similar to Terra. Although unlike Terra, she can do okay-ish damage by using her LB in the base form. Terra can't, but she can. It's still not that great. The shift form is where it's at. Just like it's like she's like literally a copy of Terra. You can shift for 2 turns, then you're stuck in the base form for a few turns, etc. That's how it works. And then her gear is STMR gear. Her STMR is Evoker. So like these units aren't anything special. Ice Evoker, Lightning, and Light Dragoon. So even with the price increases, are you still going for these DarkFlare, or what's your thought?
Well, if I get Kane off of a ticket and whatnot, I'll be happy, but I'm not going to go to petty. Maybe a couple pulls, but yeah, nothing too serious.
Mm-hmm. I am undecided at the moment. I wanted Kane. I wanted Graf. I wanted Kane, but these insane price increases and the complete removal of all the shard sources. Like, even if I go for this and go 45k and get him, then probably can't even EX2 him because all the shards have been taken away. I don't even know. We have to see. Maybe there's more, but people were thinking, there's going to be more shards for Xenogears, in the event and special rewards. And nope, they were even removed. No. They were even removed from the Lapis shop for Xenogears. So watch this. This might be the same thing. We're going to get 30 login shards with no way to top it off to 50 because they're going to remove the they might. I don't know if they are or aren't, but they might be removing the 10 shards for 1100 that you use to top off the 30 login. Those were gone for Xenogears. Removed. So this might be the same. We don't know.
Yeah, I hope not, It's sad that they remove everything. Even in the VIP shop, there's only going to be 50.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was for Xenogears. Kane is not even going to have VIP coins until 2 weeks later. So his event will be gone, all that. So you can't even use that for his event. We're used to that. Yeah. We're used to that at that point. It's still shitty, but at least we're used to that one.
Yeah.
And here's the cards. Kane's card is just a carbon copy of the series cards. Unlike Final Fantasy V, where the series card was nerfed, this one is back to the usual, like Final Fantasy VI, Type 0, etc. It's 100, 50, 25, and 500 for the series. Same as the rest of them. Same exact thing for Iridia's card, except magic instead of attack. Would have been nice for them. This is where a shared card would have been better. 100 attack and magic and 500 to both. But of course they've got to split them because we can't have nice things.
Yeah, I know, right?
And then here is the special card, limited time, just like the Leave It to Me card on the Tulian banner with the Esther double hand. This is again a limited time thing. It's 110 attack and magic, 300 flat, 50 light resist, some killers to demon and humans, and then this one enables dual wield, gives you 100% true dual wield to attack and magic, and then gives you the chain cap up while dual wielding. So this seems really good. It's going in the wrong direction. Like, you always want to be making dual wielders force double hand. You never want to force a double hand unit to go dual wield. So this is a little strange. Although, just at a brief calculation, this should actually be better for Iridia than her own. Oh, we skipped the event. We'll come back to that. This should actually be better for Iridia than her own card. Iridia is naturally a double hand evoker. But like evokers don't like double hand because then you can't use more Esper stats on 2 weapons. So just on a very quick calculation, people probably do better math after it's all out, but Rydia should actually prefer to use this card and force True Dual Wield so she can use more Esper stat ups. This gives her the 200% chain cap, and she can save a material. So she's saving a materia slot by not using Savior's STMR or the Clash Gear. And then, actually, Rydia can't use the Clash Gear because she can't wear helms, and her chest slot for the clothing is basically locked to her STMR for the flat stats. So she can't even use Clash of Wills gear. So she has to use the Savior of Souls Lightning STMR. And this Vision card will skip that materia slot, and it also gives you an extra weapon slot for another 50% evocation, like from Lunafreya's STMR. So I've been talking a ton, but so you said you were using tickets, DarkFlare, so you're not going to step up then. So you're not getting this card.
No. Yeah, I'm just going to use the free tickets and whatnot, and hopefully I pull them. But if I get him, I get him. If I don't, he's still going to be there in the future, so.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's no rush.
Yeah. So this card, the previous one, the Leave It To Me card, the double hand card, I recommend that people really go for that because that was a really good card. Like I said, we very, very often force double hand on units that shouldn't be double handing. On the other hand, we basically, other than like Rydia, who's a really weird case, you really never force dual wield on a double hand unit. So this is like going the wrong direction. So this one, I don't feel like is as much of a must-have, can't miss out. The other one, the double hand one, kind of felt that way. This one, like, it's okay, it's decent. It is our first universal flat magic card. So this is 300 flat magic to any mage, including a lot of global exclusive mages that don't have flat magic cards, like, Tiana or something. This would be really good for her. Even though Tiana's double hand, it still gets her flat magic. But, yeah, it's that.
Yeah, it's a nice card, though, so I'm not going to go for it, though, but yeah, I missed out on the other card, too, which I feel dumb about.
Yeah, I am on the fence. If I want to go for this card, I will decide later. I don't know. And then we're getting some ability upgrades, which were intended for the Final Fantasy IV unit upgrades. We already mentioned we're skipping Barbarisha and Rubicant. We're also apparently skipping all the 7-star upgrades. So if you saw my Chronicle video from Final Fantasy IV, from the JP server, I used the 7-star Golbez with his +2 meteor, and I used that on the Chronicle battle because, JP upgrades their 7-star units. Not global. We're apparently skipping Golbez's upgrade as well. So the +2 meteor, which is designed for upgraded 7-star Golbez to make him, usable and useful, is apparently being skipped. So, pointless. Then Tornado.
Oh, yeah, really.
This is for, obviously, Barbarisha, her upgrade, but she's being skipped. And then Blazega. I think this goes on Rydia, so this is like whatever. But yeah. So spell upgrades without the unit upgrades, and pop back over to the event. Now we skipped this in the beginning because I went straight to the banner. But this is the MOG event. Not much to say about it. I mean, it's a MOG event. We're getting a free 5-star Barbarisha because we were supposed to be getting her Neovision's Awakening, but Global has cut. All they do is cut content constantly. Yeah, so we're like not even gonna have her Awakenings, which means I guess we're not even gonna have her shards and her prism in the MOG shop. So even when it eventually does come, 7 months in the future, how are we gonna get her shards and stuff for free? I guess we're not. That's taken away as well. Isn't that awesome?
Oh man,
it's so dumb. And then the most recent units are bonus. That's always the same. And then down here we have the Looming Wall is the EX stage. This gives you the crystal. This is not locked to Final Fantasy IV, meaning take Carton, OTK it, take Sephiroth, OTK it, do the usual stuff. Just take your favorite premium unit and blow it up in 1 or 2 turns. End of story. Nothing really to say about that. And then the Chronicle battle. This is one that you farm. This is not like the boss con. This is the farming version. The 10 stages, kill it 20 times, get all your materials, etc. This is for the Shadow Dragon scale, which is kind of like whatever. It gives some killers Final Fantasy IV. And then Kane's Lance. I've been talking about this in previous videos. I've been saying, don't run like your, what's the girl's name? Don't run your Berserker STMR in Item World because better is coming, soon. Here it is. This is Kane's Lance. It's the old 5-star Kane, Atoning Dragoon Kane. You upgrade this to a 234 two-handed weapon that gives 150 jump damage to everyone. And then for Kane specifically, it also gives 500 flight attack and 50 more jump damage, and it gives Kane a 30 times modifier boost to everything, including his jump, which is then multiplied by jump percentage. So this is obviously required for Neovision's Kane, but it's good for every Dragoon. It's like the best spear in the game, period. Just period. So
nice.
Do you have 4 copies of Atoning Dragoon Kane for a copy of this, or are you gonna have to STMR, or you will see it?
I think I have enough Canes. I have a lot of 5 stars waiting to be enhanced.
Excellent.
Man.
Yeah, so this is the usual where it is a limit of 1. So I wish you could upgrade more. It actually has a recipe too that you can transfer it between one-handed and two-handed. But there's really no reason. Well, I mean, I was about to say there's no reason to ever run it one-handed, but because we're not getting the variants or the Dragoon update, I guess Kane's best build is dual wield, which is goofy. Yeah, the whole point of the Dragoon update was to fix Kane because everyone was forcing him to be dual wield because it's a dual wield Dragoon. I mean, it's better to go dual wielding Dragoons. The variants update fixed that and made double hand better as it was supposed to be. We're not getting it, so actually, you probably will be dual wielding your Canes if you get him until they eventually give us the variants update at some point.
Yeah, eventually.
And then on Thursday, we're getting part 2 of the Vision World. Based on the previews, Week to Wind and Week 2. This is literally the exact same as JP server, so I would assume no changes. It seems like there's copy and pasting it as is. So based on the JP server, very easy to damage cap. I'll do that on Thursday. It'll be whatever. Share your rank 1. Are you currently rank 1 in the Vision World DarkFlare? Did you?
No, not yet. I still got to cap the last 2 bosses, but
oh no,
that should be pretty easy. I still have a week left, so no rush there.
That's true. And if you do get Kane, you could use him to jump on these guys.
Mm-hmm.
We're also getting the Dullahan trial, which is cool. I do like trials. I did a preview video of this from the JP server kind of recently. I showed that this trial is a super joke, so it's very, very easy. Take a friend graph and OTK it. Take a friend Kane and 2-turn it. Do what you want. I'll clear it on Thursday with, I'm not sure what yet, something. It's a really easy trial, so we'll knock that on Thursday, and you get some killers, Machine Eater Sense, and then the recipe to craft infinite copies of Undead Killer Plus. Hopefully you've been doing your daily Enlightenment Point dungeons to get the recipes. And then Season 4 story update, again. Again, like usual, I don't remember what special item came from this one. But we always get some kind of special item each Season 4 update. Hopefully, it's the what's it called? The accessory that auto breaks, because that one is by far the best Season 4 item. I use that auto break accessory constantly in the JP server. I don't remember what update it was added during though. So maybe it's this one. Maybe it's still in the future. We'll see. Who knows? So that's pretty much the week. So anything else you want to say before we end at DarkFlare?
No, but thank you for having me, though. I appreciate you and all that you do for the community.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you doing it.
Yeah. And I love your rants, too, It's always good to hear somebody complaining.
I mean, if Gumi wouldn't give me reasons to complain, I wouldn't complain. Like, yeah, if they just gave us, the normally priced banner, they gave us the expected unit upgrades, and I'd be thrilled. I'd happily pull for Kane. I'd get some Neovision's Awakened Barbaresha along the way. I'd use her to go and clear 7 old trials. I'd have fun doing it for the week. It would be a good time. Instead, we're getting nothing. So I'm going to go kill the trial on day 1. I'm possibly going to skip the banner, have no new units to play with, and then like I'll just not play Brave Exvius for another week. I'll play other games, which is what I've been doing. Like last week, I've been playing different games. I don't want to call out the other games, but I've been playing other games because Brave Exvius has been just going into the shitter lately, and it feels bad to be mean to, for years, my favorite game, but that status is changing. They are just driving this game into the ground, and it is making it less and less fun to even log on and play these days. So who knows? Maybe they'll turn it around. We can hope.
Yeah, maybe with the Edge banner, maybe it'll be better.
Oh, God. So Edge is going to come with everything skipped except for Edge, who's going to have a doubled price tag. There you go. A preview for what's coming. I'm speculating, but I mean, based on the current track record, that's where we're headed. They're just going to skip everything and double the price and say, enjoy.
Yeah, I know, right? This game is dying, but I'm going to play till it dies, so...
All right, so I will see you guys on Thursday, I guess. See you later.